When we examined the name, for the first time there was no doubt.
Comfort, solidity. It's about cruising, not necessarily about getting there very fast.
I think unique would describe it.
Magellano is Magellano. That we play with color everywhere. We have played with these lines, on these shades. A luxury interpreted by someone who loves the sea, but really loves the aspect of life at sea. Everything is ready. The godmother is finishing the preparations and the moment of the launch is near. A new dream has been captured by the Azimuth Yacht Shipyard. It is called Magellano 74. Magellano is especially the dream par excellence because it is the holiday dream, to go to sea, unending sailing, sailing with the family, of infinity. It is a solid boat, steady with no problems, on which you can stay at sea for a month with minimum support from land. And if it is true that all new ideas are born from a need, then that the Magellano satisfies is the independence and autonomy of the ship owner. Neither trawler nor shuttle, Magellano is a boat which is a semi-displacer that rewrites the way of going to sea. A project which has seen the collaboration of some of the more innovative minds in world design to give life to a real nautical revolution.
Up to now, you had the two situations, the people with planing boats, quite inefficient, very fast, very exciting, but for short periods, very expensive, short range. And then you had people with the displacement boats, very slow, a little bit boring maybe. Even though they could go a long way, it took a long time. We have now a very good solution with the Magellano range at semi-displacement. You can still have the long range, you can still enjoy the traveling at displacement speeds. If you suddenly have to go somewhere, you have the speed.
The interesting thing about the vertical bow, of course, especially in the displacement mode, is it's got a long waterline. So effectively, it should be more efficient because it has a longer waterline. So in that mode, it works very well. And then in the semi-displacement mode, also because it's got a longer waterline, it actually becomes more efficient relative to its overall length. Looking at the boat in following sea situation, in head sea situation, again, because it's a vertical bow boat, seeing, especially in big quartering seas from behind, how the boat handles that. And it handles it beautifully because it's very directionally stable, it's very easy, slow motion.
The realization has been a real race against time, made possible only thanks to the Azimuth skill and to the long engineering experience of the shipyard. The team has managed to give life to the Magellano in time for the official presentation at the International Boat Show in Genoa, where the boat immediately obtained great success. The decision came from having seen some photographs of this craft. I thought it was extraordinary. So it was a type of love. From there to when I was asked to furnish it, I must say it is really a project that I welcomed with great enthusiasm. Of course, this is a luxury boat, but it is a luxury that is similar to my way of interpreting it. So, a fantastic boat.
Una barca fantastica.
But the launch is only the beginning of the adventure that the Magellano is called to face. The boat, in fact, leaves for the Magellano My Voyage. Over 3,000 miles of the winter Mediterranean await it before it sees the port of Viareggio again, where it will re-enter only after having touched the most beautiful resorts of Mare Nostrum. Partner of the event, Caterpillar, Gallinea and Tender Williams, who have made the realization of this dream possible.
Here we are, helm of Magellano. Lots of buttons to press.
Yeah.
We don't have any steering wheel gear change on this one at all. On the buttons on the wheel. Okay. So yeah, that's basically the basic controls. We've got the trim system here. This is intercept. Trim has it can increase the speed by about a knot by putting the interceptors down.
Tell me about the stabilizers.
Stabilizers, here we are. That's the control system for the stabilizers. We just switch them off with these buttons, and once they've got up to about 8,000 RPM, we can switch them to run, switch them to C, and then they're active. And that's really all you do with them, just leave them on.
So right now they are running stabilizing the...
Yes, they are. Just only the roll. They don't stabilize the pitch.
Okay.
Do you want to have a go at driving now?
We drive, yes, and make a U-turn.
Let's take the autopilot out. So
I try.
You're in charge.
Okay, I go slightly to the left. See if how it works. Having the weight from the side.
Put the speed up. You do the throttle. Put the speed up. Just gently. Okay, Vittorio, here we are, the helm of Magellano. Let's start at the basics, the steering wheel, the throttles, and the autopilot.
I like the autopilot.
Yes,
I think
yes.
it's
Oh, it's magic.
it's magic.
How
It
do we
takes
ever
care.
live without an autopilot?
Drives better than me. So.
Yes, yeah.
No,
Now, trim. We have the magic of AIS on the chart plotter now. So when it's picked up the AI, automatic identification signal, and from that, if you click on that, it tells you what the ship is, the ship's name, where it's going, what its speed is, what its course is. And that's the minimum information you can have. Some ships don't like to put all their ship's name. Normally you'd have the name of the ship here, the size of it. And, we know it's doing 21 knots, and it's on a course going north.
Whoa! Now you see,
I love it, isn't it?
you see what we've done there. We put the throttles from a very low. We're only doing 1,000 RPM, and I put the throttles straight down, straight up to 2,300, and you feel the acceleration. She just picks up very, very quickly. Hold on, hold on. Wow. That's good.
Under the hands of the crew, the Magellano responds impeccably. But is the boat also able to satisfy the needs of the female ship owner?
This cabin is it's fabulous. You walk in and the impact is tremendous. Mainly the feeling of spaciousness when you're in here, and there's so much room. What's very important, particularly when you're living on board, is that you've got plenty of storage space. There's huge wardrobes, no worries there. But I love things like there's the bookshelves by the bed, so you can store all your books. And if you're living on board, things like that, little things are very important. There's also the twin cabin at the side, which is perfect for the family. Children in particular are going to be great in there. And then, of course, there is the VIP cabin. Quite often on a boat, with the VIP cabin, the bed is very inaccessible, and when it comes to changing the bed, you're squashed getting around the side and getting up to the head of the bed. On this, it's so easy. it's heavenly in comparison to some that I've known. And how about this? No problems getting everything in there, and suitcases, all the bulky items that you want to hide away can just go under the bed very easily. Once it's up, it stays up. You haven't got that falling on your head. And of course, you've got a super bathroom, super ensuite. You couldn't really ask for more for your guests, could you? The thing that strikes me, and of course strikes everyone as soon as you set foot in this saloon, is that it's so light and airy. The windows are fantastic, and wherever you are, it just brings the view into your home. And it's got some lovely touches, again, as you'd expect of a boat of this calibre. You've got things like the stools here for the dining table, which turn over, and on the other side there's a glass top, and they immediately become little coffee tables, and you can set them around by the seating.
The next model that will be presented is the 48. It fits within a line that certainly sees a strong point in eco-sustainability and in the decrease of the environmental impact, an aspect we believe to be relevant, ever more relevant for our potential customers. Recently, a new certification was introduced, the RINA Green Plus certification. It's our intention to obtain the Green Plus certification for the Magellano 48, and among the various solutions we shall activate, one certain relevant solution will be the hybrid propulsion. The hybrid propulsion will give the ship owner the chance to take the boat through standard propulsion, with a motorization, probably Caterpillar, or with an electric engine and propulsion from a generator. The trial with the testers is over, but the boat will now turn the bow towards the next stage, which is just over 200 miles away, the island of Malta.
We're just in the channel between Gozo and Malta Islands. It's been a wild night at sea. We've had a big, strong following wind. The boat's been corkscrewing around a bit, but yeah, she's handled it very, very well. I'm so impressed. But the quartering seas and on the stern are probably the most difficult seas you can have for any boat, any ship, you know, because it doesn't steer too well in those conditions. But she's coped incredibly well. So we're in this narrow channel now between the islands. They have a few fish farms here which are causing us a bit of concern because they weren't marked on the chart, but we're negotiating our way around there. We should be in the marina, well, within the hour, within a half hour even, I should think so. And we're hoping on this side of the islands it'll be a little bit calmer, so we can all sort of relax a little bit and get ready for going into harbour. Next stop, we hope, will be Roma. We go up towards Sicily from here, then up through the Messina Straits. And I don't know which way we're going to go. It depends on the weather. We may hug round the coast. It's a bit longer, but the wind is forecast to come off the land, so it might give us a better ride. But the straight line takes us right past Stromboli, and quite keen to go and have a look at that. I've never seen it before, so.
This leg too ends, and the Magellano My Voyage is obliged to say goodbye to Malta and to continue its course. After a very short stop in Rome, the boat reaches the coast of Viareggio once again. More than 3,000 miles have been covered, and Dag has been able to assess the sailing talent of the boat and this new way of going to sea.
I hate to say it, but I've finally, after 70-odd years of going in boats, I think I found what I really enjoy, what I should be doing.
It's just a see you soon from Magellano My Voyage. In fact, this year, Magellano will leave again to complete the journey and arrive in Venice after having reached the eastern part of the Mediterranean and the bewitching waters of the Bosphorus.